Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. So today we are doing something that I think is pretty interesting for this car. We are going to be installing Wilwood front brake calipers to replace the old stock brake calipers. So let me show you what we're working with. These are Wilwood's brakes for the 05 to 09, I believe, Scion TCs. However, these do fit the 03 to 08 Corollas and all the cars that share parts with this car as well. I bought this from fellow YouTuber Two's Low. Go check him out, link in the description down below. Now with that, let's go ahead and get these calipers installed. Now I'm still going to be using stock rotors. I may change these out at some point, but for now, we're just using the stock rotors. Let's get started. So I didn't film much of the left side. Obviously we got the caliper in. I don't have a lot of room here, so I'm definitely going to film more on the right side. I'm just going to bring up something that I stumbled across. I removed the stock brake line. This is the old brake line I was using. So ever since those calipers, I've been using this brake line. And I just connected this brake line to the calipers because those brake lines don't fit in this fitting right here. They don't work, or at least they didn't work for me, which I'd assume they don't work for these Corollas if that's the case. The banjo bolt does work in these calipers. They're the same size, so connecting the stock brake line is not going to be an issue here. So anyway, this is what it looks like. Again, as I said before, stock rotor, just swapping out the caliper. It will be nice though, when I have to change pads, that all I need to do is just close these up and then pull this pin, and then I can just pull the pads out like that. That'll be real nice. But anyway, I'm gonna put the wheel on. There shouldn't be any clearance issues, but I'm just gonna make sure. And then we can move to the right side. And there we go. Still got plenty of room between the wheel and the caliper. There's less room between the wheel and the caliper than it was before. I don't think that should be a surprise. But anyway, obviously I can't put the wheel back on now because I gotta bleed the brakes. But this should work pretty well, I think. In case you're wondering, my wheels are plus 40 offset as well. The one thing I'm a little concerned about is that if I go to meets, people are going to think I'm showing up with fake Wilwood brakes. I mean, I'm not, but people might think that, but whatever, who cares? I just thought I'd mention it. So the caliper bracket is right back here. It goes behind this knuckle right here. And then the caliper bolts up one there and one there. And then it goes over the rotor, obviously. Well, many things have happened since the end of that recording session. One being that the car is finished and I've already driven it. As you can see, the car is back on the ground with the Wilwoods in place. This is about 2 or so weeks after I recorded what you just saw. And the reason for that is because on the right side, I broke the banjo bolt. Maybe is not such a good idea. So what happened is I over torqued it, broke it off, and then I tried to remove it and didn't want to come out. If you watched the last video, you probably know about this. So I had a shop do it. They took a couple weeks to do it. It was a bit longer than I was hoping for, but they got it done, and that's really all that matters. And so here's the right side. I mean, it's just like the left. There's nothing too special there. Also, I actually ended up changing the rotors. Not to bigger rotors, but I just changed them to new Corolla rotors. Because these old ones are, well, I mean, they're fine. they worked fine, but they're just a little crusty. Just a little bit. They've been on the car for, what, 14 or so years? So I figured now's a good time, since the caliper's already removed, just put in new rotors. When I bought the rear rotors, I got a package deal that came with the front rotors as well, so I could get all four for a better price. So that's why I just had these sitting around. Now I figured this would be a good time to use them. I still can't get over the fact that I have Wilwoods on a Corolla. I've got Wilwoods on a Corolla. I'm pretty happy with the results. One thing I kind of overlooked and forgot about was that the compound of these pads is different. I'm pretty sure these are track or race compound pads because they don't lock up the car when they're cold, but they do stuff real well when they're warm. So that's what I noticed. They squeak a lot when they're cold. I'm fine with that. This car's had squeaky brakes before. It's just louder squeak now, but honestly, I don't really mind. That is gonna be it for this video today. I'm sorry I didn't really film a whole lot. Realistically though, calipers are pretty simple to install. It's just 4 bolts that hold it in, and then the banjo bolt for the line, and then bleeding the brakes. So calipers are pretty simple to install if you're not an idiot like me. Next Wednesday, I will be doing a POV with my reactions to the new brakes. That will be coming out, well, I just said it, coming out Wednesday. If you did enjoy, go ahead, leave a like on the video, comment below your thoughts, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are getting close to 2,000 subscribers. If we could hit that by the end of the year, or summer, or whenever, that would be fantastic. And until next time, goodbye.